I am going live on all of the platforms. So as soon as I get the green light of everything is live, then we will hop right into our discussion. All right. Yep. Live there. So Facebook is live. YouTube is live. Instagram is live. And Clubhouse is now live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sex, Love, and Marriage. This is a weekly discussion that I have every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on whichever platform that you're watching. But in case you don't know, I am streaming live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, as well as Clubhouse. You can get to any of those channels by just going to the search and putting in Coach K, and that's KAY101, and you will find me. So every single week, I bring you a different topic in all of the avenues of sex, love, and marriage. For those who are not familiar with who I am, my name is Kanya, but I go by Coach K. I am your favorite life coach and certified sexologist with a dedication in working with women to understand, accept, and acknowledge their value, worth, set those personal boundaries by self-love, accountability, and truly owning your sexuality. Because as women, when we own our sexuality, we show up differently in the world. But I also work with couples when it comes to strengthening their intimacy literacy. Yes, how we speak intimately to each other. Many times we may be saying the same thing. We might be on the same page, but because we can't get that connection of the communication, we kind of miss the boat. So that's where I work with. If you are interested in retaining my services, always feel free to go to loveandintimacy101.com to learn more about me and what I have to offer you. So now that we got all of the intros out of the way, let's dive into tonight's topic, which is hugs, love, or gifts. So we know that there is a big loving holiday that is coming up that is known as Valentine's Day. Well, everyone is not super excited about Valentine's Day. Why? Well, simply put, it is stressful. While it is can be a beautiful occurrence, it is more often than not a truly stressful time, truly stressful holiday. Yes, Christmas is stressful. Thanksgiving is stressful. But Valentine's Day brings about a different nuance of stress, especially as it comes to relationships. And so when I put this title out here, I did it with a reason. The biggest reason is you want to ask yourself, are you looking for just hugs, meaning that you just want to be touched for Valentine's Day? Are you looking for love, meaning just spend some time with me? Just let's do some fun. It doesn't have to be big, extravagant, or expensive. Or are you just looking for gifts? Like maybe your love language is accepting gifts and quality time is not even in the radar for you. Why not take the guessing game out of this and let your partner know what you enjoy? So let me back this up a little bit. Yes, it is awesome when your partner pays enough attention to you that they just know what you like. We all have that fantasy that we don't have to worry about anything. Oh, my boo know what I like. When I walk in the door, they're going to have my Chardonnay waiting. They're going to have my slippers waiting, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is it doesn't always work like that. That's not something that is done all the time. And guess what? It's freaking okay. It is okay that your loved one does not know every single thing that you enjoy down to the nth power, okay? It's okay because you have a lifetime together, God willing, that you're still here, and you have a lifetime together to continue to learn and grow And so, where one year you may have thought, oh, this was just horrible, you don't know what's planned for the next. So, let's talk about what's in front of us, the current year. And yes, I do have my little red wine so I can keep my throat nice and moist as I speak to you. And if you're on Clubhouse, and you want to come on up and be a part of the discussion, please feel free to raise your hand and come on up. Also, here on Instagram, if you would like to be interactive, as well as Facebook and YouTube, definitely feel free to put your comments in the comment section, and I can read those aloud, and we can definitely talk about and address those questions and comments. Because here's the thing, I love my platform. I'm not here just to be right. I'm here to be heard and get conversation started. That's what I'm all about. So getting back to what I was saying, we start taking the stress out of this whole thing. How about we learn to enjoy the present moment? Why? Because tomorrow is not promised. Think about this. You get around to Valentine's Day and you get this beautiful whatever it is. You know, you got surprised by being taken out to this beautiful restaurant. Maybe you were bought this gown to wear. You get home and you're still unsatisfied. You're just mad. And then the next day you wake up, but your partner doesn't wake up. Yeah, I got quiet because I wanted that to sink in just a little bit. When we're able to live in the present moment and not always get to a point of, well, I didn't get, well, I don't have, well, you didn't, in a way that is more of a teachable moment versus a point the finger, you didn't do this thing right moment, I can assure you that future holidays and future event and future times together will only get that much better. And if you are someone who you feel like I'm never surprised, I never get what I want. Number one, I don't like always never people. You got to stop with this always and never, because that's just not a reality. Okay. If you are someone who just can't seem to get this holiday thing right, you know, my partner never gives me what I like, why don't you look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, have I ever sat down and talked with my loved one about what it is that I like? Have I ever taken enough time to just say, hey, you know, when I was younger, I used to go to this skate park and it really made me feel just really great. I love skating. Have you ever sat and done that? Because these are things that your partner are able to keep and file away for a later time. Instead of every year your partner bringing you this big box of chocolates and these flowers, maybe they set up a time where you guys can go to the skate park and just enjoy yourselves. Heck, yes, it's February. As long as there's not snow on the ground, that's probably something that will make you feel so great because it's something that you've always enjoyed. It's okay that we share with our loved ones what it is that we actually want. As a matter of fact, everyone, if you're listening, I would encourage you to just tag your partner right here on Instagram. If you're catching the replay, hashtag replay. Same thing here on Facebook and YouTube, hashtag replay. Tag your partner in this post and say to them exactly what it is that you want. Stop living this fantasy that you've watched on reality TV, Lifetime movies, and more recently, TikTok and freaking Instagram. Stop watching everyone's life of surprises. Oh my gosh, they walked into this big room of all of this stuff. That is so cool. I wish that my man or my girl would do that for me. You know what? That's not your life. Because say they do that for you and it doesn't give you any type of enjoyment. Why? Because that's not your life. I think when we're able to anticipate without expectation, it makes it that much better. So you can anticipate, oh my gosh, this holiday is coming up. I don't know what I'm going to get, but whatever it is, it's going to be the bomb.com. I don't have any expectations. So when it does show up, or whatever it is that is done for you or given to you, you can appreciate it that much more. Be leery of your quote unquote friends and family who look down on what you're given, who has their nose up at the gesture that your partner has done for you. Because I love that. Yes, tag them and tell them what you want, because those things are important. You have to be able to say exactly what you want. Because while I saw this freaking post, and it was this guy who said, I didn't eat for 3 days, but Valentine's Day is coming up and her gift is more important. So I'm sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, you haven't eaten for 3 days. You're probably buying this really expensive thing, and she may get it and be like, what the hell is this? Because all she wanted was for y'all to sit at home while you rub her feet. Talk more, communicate more. One of the things at the annual Fools in Love Couples Retreat, which, by the way, we do have 3 spots left. So if you want to get to the retreat this spring, make sure you reserve your seat. One of the things that we will be talking about this year is going to be communication and deeper dive. Why is that so important? It's important because what we sometimes think we're getting the message over to our partner does not always translate to what our partner is hearing. So if it seems like your partner's never getting it right, you've been together for 5 years, 10 years, and every year you come in here with this box of chocolate, but you never say anything, be careful of that. Holding on to that just builds up anger and resentment unnecessarily. Because truly, it's very possible that all you had to do was say, babe, I love when I eat my chocolates. I think it's awesome that you bought me this gift, and the flowers are cute. However, I'm not really into it. I think let's enjoy this box together. Let's go through all of them and see which ones we like. And let's put the flowers in a vase together. Appreciate and enjoy it, but it's okay to let your partner know that that's not something that you want. My husband knows, don't bring me flowers. That's something that he did when we first got together. We're 17 years in. He definitely bought me flowers. I am one of those rare frugal people. And in my world, flowers just die. I will admit that. And it's a waste of money to me. And I just cannot fathom wasting money. We have 5 children, we have a mortgage, we have car notes, we both run businesses. So I just can't fathom wasting money. But what he does know that I enjoy, and I really I get super excited about new pots and pans, new slippers. I love little gadgets in the kitchen. So if I got a new peeler for Valentine's Day, hey, that excites me and my household. That may not be excitable to someone else. They may look at me like, he bought you a doggone peeler and you excited. Well, yeah, because that's what I enjoy. That's the communication that, oh yes, 4 fancy flavors cooking. Let me tell y'all, anything dealing with the kitchen excites me. My husband knows me so well that for my birthday this past summer, he got our private chef at 4 Fancy Flavors to cook me a birthday dinner. And let me tell you, he could have done anything to me that night, because I love me some food. I love me kitchen gadgets. But he knows me because we communicate these things. So when these holidays come up, it's not a stressor on him. Whereas when we first got together, yeah, it was a little bit stressful because it's like, oh, I don't know nothing about her. I don't know, I see what other people do. So I'm gonna buy flowers, I'm gonna buy candy. Realize I don't want that. And some people are not looking to celebrate the holiday in a magnitude of ways anyway. And so that's also a discussion that you want to have. What do holidays look like for us? In the 10 Ways to I Do premarital coaching program that I have, that is something that is discussed. That's one of those topics that you want to discuss. And yes, it will change over time because we grow and we just, our habits change. But if you're able to have those conversations early on, when they show back up as a change later, you kind of have those tools already and it's not a big deal. Sometimes the first time a conversation is had is like ripping off a Band-Aid, like, you're judging me. But that's not the case. So when we think about Valentine's Day, again, I encourage you, if you're catching this replay, hashtag replay, tag your partner, tell them exactly what it is that you want. And when you tell them what you want, don't dictate what it looks like. I want to sit back, Netflix and chill. Okay. Well, if they come through and you guys actually go and watch Hulu and do something, cook, it may be an alteration of it, but putting yourself and your partner into a gift box can also add stress onto what could be a beautiful holiday. What quality time looks like to one person may not look the same to the other person. So being clear on what it is that you want is going to be vital, which is why at the couples retreat, we talk about that clear communication. In the premarital coaching program, we talk about that communication, saying, I want to do this particular thing for Valentine's Day. I do not want to go to a restaurant because they're too crowded. I would love for us to cook a meal together. Boom, got it. You don't have to dictate what meal it is. That's pretty darn easy. And while you're letting your partner know what you want, make sure you ask them if they have not already shared. Well, what is it that you would enjoy for the holiday? Because let's be very clear, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a gender-specific holiday. We got to get that out of the equation. This is not just a holiday for her. This is a shared holiday. Fellas want to feel loved and gifted and quality timed and thought of just as much as we do. And even if they say, baby, I don't want no gift, show your appreciation for the thought and time that was placed into it. I really want stress to be taken out of this thing. Take the outside noise out of the equation. Stop looking at what's happening in everyone else's household and pay attention to what is happening in yours. If this is something that you enjoy it with your partner. If you all don't want to make it a big thing at all mutually, don't make it a big thing. Doesn't have to be. Just spend that time together, share energy together. Do something completely out of the ordinary. Me and my husband refuse to go to any restaurant for the whole week and sometimes the week after Valentine's Day. I'd rather have the private chef or Fancy Flavors come on over and fix us a meal. Why? Because it's going to be loaded with people who half of them don't even want to be there, to be quite honest. If you've ever gone on a holiday and look at some of these people's faces, they would rather not be there. They could probably think of a million other things that they could be doing at home, spending time with their partner versus being in a crowded restaurant with folks that they don't know and probably don't like, you know? So take the stress out of Valentine's Day and just say what you want without expectation, because anticipation without expectation leads to a load of fun. And then on this same note, for those of us who have children, remember to show love to the children, especially our little boys. Because again, I don't want our son to continue to grow up to think that this is just a female holiday. I have to give my girlfriend something. I have to give my wife something. I have to give my mom something. I have to give my aunties, because this is a mutually loved holiday and should be celebrated as such. My mom, from as early as I can remember, every single year she bought me and my sister a box of Valentine's chocolates every year. Now that we're older, she buys the children, her grandchildren, our children, a box of chocolate. That's showing them love on this love holiday. There's no expectation there. We don't expect it. Like if she didn't bring me one this year, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, you didn't bring me this. Because I can appreciate that she didn't have to do it. And that is the same with your partner. Let's be real. They don't have to do it. So take the stress away. Tell your partner what you want. If you don't want to celebrate at all, just say it. If it's just another day, if it's just another Monday, let it just be Monday. Get the outside noise outside of your home. Enjoy what works for you, because that's what matters. I do want to thank everybody that joined us tonight for this week's sex, love, and marriage topic of hugs, loves, and gifts. What's for Valentine's Day? I again encourage you, if you are watching on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, hashtag replay and tag your partner and tell them exactly what it is that you want for Valentine's Day, even if it's nothing at all. Let's take the stress out of this thing. Stop watching reality TV. Stop watching Lifetime movies. Stop watching your friends. Stop watching everybody else and worry about what's going on in your household and how you celebrate and enjoy it. Just remember, this Sex, Love, and Marriage is a weekly room that I am live on the platform that you see me on right now every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll have a new topic. If there's ever a topic that you want touched on, definitely feel free to reach out to me directly and I'll make sure that happens. Again, I'm not here to be right. I'm just here to be heard and get conversations started, because sometimes these conversations are not easy to have or to start. If you want to know more about the Fools in Love Couples Retreat, that is coming up on March 31st through April the 3rd. Reach out to me directly. We have 3 spots left. We're only taking 5 couples this year, so we have 3 spots left. So you can get your spot reserved. Registration closes on February 28th because there's a lot of custom made items that I am going to have for my guests. So all of the folks that have come last year, y'all know how I get down with the gifts. So if you're interested in that, you can go to foolsandlove2022.eventbrite.com, or again, just reach out to me directly. Also, if you are ready to walk down the aisle, or if you are engaged, or even if you're a newlywed or someone who is having a little bit of communication issues happening in your relationship, reach out to me about the 10 Ways to I Do premarital coaching program. It is a 5 or 10 week program of 10 major things that need to be discussed and done prior to walking down the aisle. So join me next week for Sex, Love, and Marriage. And our topic next week is Is oral sex mandatory in your marriage? That is a hot one. So put this on the calendar. Any questions that you may have or any comments that you want to send in anonymously in advance, definitely reach out to me directly and do so. So I am your favorite life coach and certified sexologist, Coach K, signing out from another episode of Sex, Love, and Marriage. If you want to catch the replay, you can head over to IGTV, YouTube, my Facebook, which is all of those you can find at Coach K 101, or my private Sex, Love, and Marriage Facebook group. Y'all enjoy the evening, and thank you again for joining in. Good night.